we know that we are in a state where it's like, damn, I know there's got to be more to it than this right here. I wake up every day, got to pay bills, be oppressed by the white man, be oppressed by my own people. What is it that needs to change? Because if we wake up every day and do the same thing over and over again, it means that what? That's insanity. That's your question, right? So I was making a statement about Sundays, right? You go to church on Sunday, after the sermon and the pastor give his service, and you leave out, and somebody was to ask you, hey, what's the pastor talking about? Most of the time, do we know or we don't know? We don't usually know, right?
I don't know, because I don't go.
See, that's a good thing, though. So we're going to see, Nate. So let me ask you a question, Nate. So, Sunday church, who taught us that we had to go to church on Sunday? Or where did we learn that from?
Grandmother.
It's a grandmother?
Grandmother. Through the family.
Through the family, right? So who taught her?
It had to be her grandparents.
It had to be her grandparents, right? So it's something that was continually passed down throughout the line, right? So that's what we're out here to clear up in our communities, right? Because a lot of people think that church is supposed to be celebrated on Sunday, right? But today will actually be the days you should go to church, right? Because they call it Sunday, and the Bible calls it the Sabbath, right? Keeps calling it the Sabbath day. But a lot of people confuse the Sabbath and Sunday with each other. Because when you look at it, read that in Exodus 20:8. Hit that real quick. So we're going to see when the actual Sabbath day is, right? Versus how we keep it and what the Bible says. Go ahead.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day.
So Nate, if anybody tells you to remember something, what does that mean? That you're going to what? But so if you got to remember it, it means that what though? If you remember, you would. If you got to remember it.
You got to remember you wasn't really thinking about it.
Right, so you have forgot, right? So it said that, remember, go ahead, read it again.
Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy.
So it's listed in the Bible for us to remember the Sabbath day, to keep it holy, right? Because sometimes it's going to happen to where we forgot when the Sabbath day was, because a lot of us think that Sunday is the day to keep the Sabbath. Or we're going to see if that's either right or wrong according to the Bible. Go ahead.
6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work.
So we got 6 days, Nate. So we got 6 days to labor, do all our work, go work, and get everything that we want to get done, right? Buy, sell. We got 6 days to do all that. Go ahead.
6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the 7th day.
The 7th day, Nate. So, Nate, when you look at the calendar, right? What day is day number 7 when you look at the calendar? So, on the calendar, right? When's the first day of the week on the calendar? Yeah, the first day of the week. What day is that called? Is that Monday? Is there a day before Monday, or is it starts with Monday? You got a phone on you, Nate? So when you look at the calendar, Nate, well, he's gonna show you right here, right? So I want you to look at that calendar and tell me, does Monday start it off, or is there a day before that? Sunday, right? So when you look at the calendar, Sunday is the first day of the week. And remember, the Bible said what? We got how many days? You got 6 days, right? So we got 6 days, so we're gonna read it again. You got 6 days.
6 days shalt thy labor.
Right, so you got from Sunday to Friday before it gets dark to do all your labor, and you're working, you're buying, all that. You got all that time beforehand to get all that done. Go ahead.
And do all thy work. But the 7th day.
The 7th day. So after Friday, so Friday night going into Saturday, that'll be day 7. Go ahead.
Is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God.
So the Bible says that Saturday is the Sabbath day, but a lot of people celebrate the Sabbath on Sunday. So why? So if now our grandmother, we know that she was taught it incorrectly, just passed it down the line. But a lot of us don't think to question that. So you got to think, if that was taught to us incorrectly, what else has been taught to us incorrectly? See what I'm saying?
A whole lot of stuff.
A whole lot. So when you say a whole lot, name me about 1 or 2 things that you think was taught incorrectly.
It's like you say it. It's like you telling me a whole. It's like you are saying a whole lot of stuff been taught incorrectly.
Right.
But you really don't know what's been taught incorrectly until you read up on it.
Right.
You know about it.
Right. And then that's what it is. It said that. Matter of fact, give me that in Jeremiah 17. So we're going to see what happened to us, Nate. We're going to see what happened to us as a nation of people, right? Because we all the same people, though we may call ourselves different names like African American or Afro American or Negro or colored, or I want to call myself an Asiatic black man, whatever our people want to call themselves, right? We're all the same group of people, but why is it that we all give different answers for who we were or who we are? We're going to see. Go ahead.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee.
Nate, so let's say I had this Honda Accord, right? Let's say this Honda Accord, its model got discontinued. What happened to that? What happened to that model right there? Like discontinue it. They got rid of it, right? So it said that what's going to happen to us again? Read it again.
And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thy inheritance.
But that's what it is. Nate said that we're going to discontinue from our inheritance. Us as a people. Us as a nation of people. We wouldn't know that we are who? The Israelites. What's up?
This is my house.
All right.
We're not put in a state. We all gonna leave.
We are.
I'm talking about the black, the white, everybody.
All right. So everybody going to leave, right? All right. So let me ask you one question. With that statement, where do you see yourself on this sign right there? You say everybody's going to leave here. I want to ask you, do you see yourself on this sign right there?
American black.
American black, right? So you go by American black, but God calls us Judah. Give me that in Revelation 21. So we got Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Ephraim, Manasseh, Simeon, Zebulun, Gad, Reuben, Asher, Issachar, Naphtali, right? Those are the names that God gave us. But on your right-hand side, those are the names that we got throughout different captivities, not different slaveries, right? So I want to hit that statement that you said. You said that we all are going to leave here. And I pointed this out to you for a reason. So we're going to read this for you, and I want you to see if that statement you made was right or wrong according to this, all right? Go ahead.
The book of Revelation, chapter 21 and verse 12. And had a wall great and high, and had 12 gates.
This is talking about the kingdom of heaven. He said that. In the kingdom of heaven, he got 12 gates. Hear me out real quick, Nate. You got 12 gates up there. Go ahead.
Hey.
And at the gates 12 angels, and names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel.
So it's not the nations of everybody up there. And those gates up there in heaven has the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. So it's important to know who you are now today. Go ahead. What you got?
We're all going to be here, but our spirits are still.
You said we're all going to be, but our spirits are still going to be here. So we're going to see about that, Nate.
I gotta go, man. I gotta go.
But do you understand this point right here, though, right? All right, all praises. So you got a flyer?
Yeah, I got a flyer.
So check the flyer out, Nate. So
y'all keep doing a good work out.
this is for you too, though, Nate. Because remember, this is all not just for us to stay here by ourselves and it's just us come out here and do this. It's for everybody to come in and rise up and then teach the people as well. This is not just for us to always come out here and do it. We need Nate on this side too. We need you to be on the same side, sharing the knowledge that you got, and according to this Bible, it's in here to enlighten our people. Because things that you may know that I don't know, that you can expound on further than we can. So that's what it's all about, coming together. Matter of fact, Zephaniah 9, 2, and 1. We're going to see what it's all about, right? It's about us as a nation coming together and enlightening our people and building our people up. Because in our nations or in our communities, we have a lot of violence against each other. We have a whole lot of drugs going on, trying to suppress our minds, a whole lot of alcoholism going on in our neighborhoods, trying to suppress our minds. Because of what? We know that we are in a state where it's like, damn, I know there's got to be more to it than this right here. I wake up every day, got to pay bills, be oppressed by the white man, be oppressed by my own people. What is it that needs to change? Because if we wake up every day and do the same thing over and over again, it means that what? That's insanity. You can't expect something to change if you do the same thing over and over again. Something you have to do has to change. So we're going to read this right here. Go ahead.
The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 1. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation, not desire.
So that's what it's saying. Nate is saying that nation that's not desired. We already know who it is. I mean, look at our community. We have what? In the white people's community, having being built up, the roads are nice and paved. They got run paths for their dogs to walk. They have nice green grass. And look at our community, it's all run down, tore up. The parking lots got potholes in it. So how is it that we have one nation of people that's desired? And we just stated earlier, if everybody's going to come out this together, shouldn't everybody be on the same mindset that, you know what, if I'm doing good, everybody needs to be doing good. But it said right here in the Bible said that what? There's a nation that's not going to be desired. Read it again. Let's see who that nation is.
Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation, not desired.
No, it's not hard to tell who's not desired. You even look at these signs, you can tell that in history, right? Nate, in history, who did this happen to? What you see on this sign right here, you're just looking at it as an overview. And black people, right? It happened to the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. That's who slavery happened to. So if we're gonna say that a nation is not desired, it's not hard to figure out who that is, because what? The history is plain and simple. You can't go back and be like, oh, this didn't happen. Everybody knows this happened. Now in school, they might try to take it out with the critical race theory and be like, oh, this never happened. It was a great migration. Y'all chose this way, but that's not what happened. It said right here, it would be a nation that's not desired. So give me that Deuteronomy 28 and verse 48. So I'm gonna hit you with this right here, Nate. So in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, right, it goes into the curses that would happen to the Israelites if you disobeyed God's commandments. and we're going to figure out who that lines up with today. Because we're not Negroes, African Americans, Puerto Ricans, all these names that they give us, right? That's the titles that they call us. But God gives us particular names right here, 12 tribes of Israel, right? That's who we are. Now, these other names we got throughout different captivities, but we got to learn who we are first and how to correct our mistakes. Because remember, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. That's insanity. We have to first change, call ourselves American Black to call ourselves Judah, or West Indians to Benjamin, or Haitians to Levi. Because then once you know that, then you'll take the proper steps to what? Change your mindset of what you do. And that's going to progress you further to get into the kingdom. That's going to change your position.
What is nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models.